Welcome back. Joe Volpe, the publisher of Corriere Canadese, Canada's only Italian language daily newspaper, here on behalf of Corcan Media Group and Go Live TV with the comment of the day. And the comment is provided by the Conservative Party's activity in the course of the weekend, and in particular with Maxime Bernier, former MP for the Conservatives and former leadership candidate. And the title, of course, is Bernier calls Conservatives an intellectually and morally corrupt party. Well, we live in Canada. It's summer. We can't talk about the weather all the time. Besides, our national pastime is to explore the existence of mountains beneath those sometimes obvious molehills. Is there another excuse for talking about Maxime Bernier, MP for the Beauce in Quebec? Let's see now. Oh, there was a Conservative caucus meeting in Halifax. Now, these visits by organized groups of MPs to otherwise forgotten regions take on an air of ritualistic exercises designed primarily to break up the summer doldrums. No one has really reported on substantive policy, issues, initiatives, or directions. MP Michelle Remmel's partisan, bombastic meandering against the Liberals' non-existent immigration policy hardly qualifies as a Conservative platform. It was a woeful attempt to cover the Conservative fuzziness on the hyperventilation on border crossers and a pitifully weak effort to capitalize on Prime Minister Trudeau's latest kerfuffle on diversity and acceptance. And it received virtually zero coverage by any self-respecting news outlet. Those outlets did her and the Conservatives a favor. So did the brilliant tacticians at the cabinet retreat being held at the other end of the country. They prompted Refugees and Immigration Minister Hussein to go before the cameras to lament how he too has been a subject of racism. In this context, Maxime Bernier must have felt like he needed to provide yet another example of a reverse aging process so prevalent in politics. Please underscore the sarcasm. He will have no ripple effect. The Conservative Party may be, as he firmly accuses, an intellectually and morally corrupt party. None other than Doug Ford ran on that mantra right into the Premier's chair in Ontario. Then again, he was also running against Kathleen Wynne. It's unlikely to work for Maxime Bernier, who now wants to start his own party. The federal theatre is much larger. The Beauce, a socioeconomic hinterland even by Quebec standards, is no launching pad for the greater pursuits or bigger game. Bernier will not speak for Quebec, not even for a navel-gazing Conservative Party. Ending supply management, which is a guarantee for excessive profits for a select group of farmers, or refusing to engage in retaliatory duties against the U.S., or demanding reduced refugee immigration flows, none of these are the big issue items, the tribal identity flags, that stimulate widespread Quebecois support. They're not the West wants in trumpeting of a disaffected, surly reformers against their former leader, Brian Mulroney, in the early 90s. Nor do they carry the emotional, quote, patriotic, end of quote, appeal constructed around a perceived rejection of Quebec with the failure of the Meech Lake Accord again in the early 90s. Bernier is not the messenger that the whiny but pseudo-Republican thinker Preston Manning was. Nor is he the firebrand manipulative orator in the mold of a Lucien Bouchard. Canadian press and media are comfortable in their analysis of party activities. The internal organizational discipline and the talking points politics makes it so much easier to meet deadlines. European politics is more fluid. People seem to change parties or allegiances more frequently than they change underwear. The reality of life is that people disagree. They challenge the leader, the party, leave or start their own. There, in Europe, ideology brings people together. Methodology pulls them apart. Here, parties bring people together. Leaders alienate them. Not much difference, because in the end, electors tend to vote for a political formation. Leaders always have the ready option of characterizing expressed dissent as the weapon of malcontents. Goodbye, Max. Please stay tuned for our comment in Italian and then in Portuguese. Joe Volpe for Corriere Canadese. Thank you for watching.